Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to Early Morning Coffee Talks. It's Wednesday, we're making it, man. It's hump day. I'm feeling good this morning. I hope you guys feeling pretty good midway into your work week. Nothing too crazy going on today. Yesterday, man, I got stuff done. I really did. I was just hyper focused yesterday, not talking a lot, just really locked in. And I think I'm gonna repeat that today as well. It was just easy, not, as I'm working, obviously I'm building relationships with my customers and stuff like that. But, I didn't really do a lot of talking yesterday. Today I think I'm gonna do the same thing. But again, I noticed I was able to get a lot done. Not just hyper focused on, communicating with other people and stuff like that. I was still, nice saying hello, but I was able to get a lot done. So we're going to keep it rolling like that today. But the message is, I'm going to dive right into a couple years ago, there was this video from Kurt Franklin, right? And they were in the studio recording. I don't remember what song it was. I'm not I don't listen to a lot of like Christian music or whatever, but I remember him being in the studio and he was giving a message to his I guess his choir team or whatever, and he was just talking about how basically you have to get really clear on what your direction is. And his kind of example was like making a cake, right? He was like, everybody loves cake, but he was saying that to get to that cake, that you have to put the right ingredients in it, right? He was saying that when you baking this cake, right, if the ingredients are separate, they don't taste right. And he was saying that if you only eat the flour by itself, it's not good. If you only eat the raw eggs by itself, it's not good. If you eat too much sugar by itself, pure sugar, it's not good. And obviously there's like milk and stuff that goes in it, but the point is, all those different ingredients come together to make a cake, but if they're all separate, then you're not gonna like it. It's not gonna be appetizing to the palate, right? So when I say get clear on your direction, there's a lot of different ingredients in our life, right? There's a lot of different moving parts in our life. So we have to get clear on, with all those different moving pieces, how do they fit together to make a cake, right? We have to get really clear. We may have an ingredient in our life that doesn't go with baking the cake, right? We may have, I don't know, we may have Sprite and thinking that that's gonna taste right with what we baking. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but to make the cake just simple and just pure and good, we need the right ingredients, right? So we have to get very, very clear on what it is that we're creating and what ingredients go into that process to be able to create what we need to create to hit our goals, right? So I just thought it was a beautiful message from him. And again, I'm not here gonna take credit, but I just thought it was a beautiful message. And it makes sense. And so that was one of the things in my life. I had to get very intentional, because here's the thing. Even when you're baking a cake, right, you may have the right ingredients, but along with that, you gotta have the right measurements, right? You gotta have the right amount. You gotta know the cook time. You gotta know the prep time, right? And even when the cake come out, you still gotta dress it up with the icing. Maybe you might want to put a design in it, So there's a full process to this thing. So this is what I want you guys to understand, that some of you guys might have the right ingredients, but do you have the right time that you're cooking for? Some of y'all trying to rush the process. You still got 20 minutes left on this cake. You trying to pull it out. It may take 45 minutes. You only 20 minutes in. And you trying to pull the cake out. Right? Some of y'all have been baking a little too long. You went over 45 minutes in this oven. Right? Some of y'all pulled the cake out because y'all was too hungry. Didn't get a chance to dress it, present it right, put the icing on it, anything. Some of you guys missing ingredients. You want to skip steps without putting the right steps into whatever you want to do. Right? So it's a process. It's a process. And again, I know I've said it multiple times, but all of it's connected. This is why you just can't make cake without the right ingredients. This is why you can't hit your goals without putting the right processes in place, the right systems in place. And this is something I had to learn the hard way. I kept trying to make cake without putting sugar or flour in it, expecting that I'm going to get the results I'm looking for. And that's not how it works. So really, really think about that. Like, I know we all want to bake a cake, but really make sure you got the right ingredients. You know the cook time. You know how much you want to make of this cake. Right? So that's what's important. That's what's important, man, that you understand what the process is. And some of us just want to wing it. Like I said, I know I did for a long time. But once you lock in and you sit down, you really look at the directions on how to make this cake and bake this cake, you're going to be all right. And sometimes it's okay to start off. You're like, you know what? I ain't like the taste of that cake. Let me try a different flavor. That's all right. But now you have a foundation on what the basic ingredients are. And now it can get fun where you try different flavors and stuff. Maybe you want to do almond flavor. Maybe you want to do vanilla flavor. Maybe you want to do a pineapple flavor, right? But the point is, once you understand the foundation, the egg, the flour, the sugar, the butter, the milk, the key ingredients that goes into goal setting, right? Understanding how to read the ingredients and the directions, right? Understanding the language of success on what you're reading, you're going to win all the time. And then you can apply to make multiple cakes. And this is something that I'm learning. Like, man, if I understand this basic principles of goal making, right? I understand it's going to take time. I understand what the steps are, right? I understand the ingredients I got to put into this particular thing I want to accomplish, this particular cake I want to make. It's all connected. This is why a lot of people who are successful, they do one thing and they get it right, right? And then from there, once you successful on that one thing and you get very successful on it, guess what? Now you can move and do other things. Right? This is why people like Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg are very successful with their endeavors. And now they're going back and saying, man, I missed a step. I got to get in shape. Right? Most people who are successful are in shape. Most people who are very successful are in shape. Either they get in shape first and then they get very successful, or most of them, like, you got to be super genius from what I've seen on that level. Most of them not really out of shape. Or anyway, they get successful and they come back, but majority of them get in shape first and then they become very successful. So this is something I'm starting to understand. So, but anyway, I thought I'd share that message with you guys today. What cake are you attempting to bake? Look at the ingredients. Go audit yourself. Right? Look at the ingredients you have and making sure you're making the cake that you want. So drop a comment below. Subscribe to the Husband Code if it's your first time. If you've been watching for a while, subscribe. Also hit that like button. We're going to shoot this out to the internet. And I'll hit the notification bell. I'm dropping videos like this every single day. And until next time, I appreciate you guys. Much love. I'll talk to you later. Peace.